Bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum 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 bum. This is how you know that the Democrats know that they have lost this election, because on October 9th they have started Russia all over again. Russia. Susan Rice, Trump's reported calls with Putin appear illegal. Bum bum ba bum bum ba bum bum ba bum. The deep state comes out marching. Bum bum ba bum 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 bum. Here they come. Now, ladies and gentlemen, do we know that Donald Trump had any conversation with Vladimir Putin thus far? Doubt it seriously. Would common sense tell us that there has been some back channeling between the two as it pertained to Zelensky? Absolutely. How come him meeting with Zelensky is not illegal, but him calling Putin would be illegal? Now, mind you, this is The Hill. The Hill is a deep state website where the deep state starts to put out its talking points, and we caught this one fresh off the presses at 1:33 because they need to start slamming him. So here comes Russia. Now, mind you, the last time we had this Russia thing was they were setting it up to say that he was an enemy of the state, that he was in collusion with Russia, therefore they could whack him. Therefore, they could allocate resources to killing him. And they laid out the case and went through Russia. And so now we're starting all over again because they want to start the Russia hoax again, which tells me that they realize they have lost. The problem that they have right now is that nobody give a damn about Russia. In fact, I submit to you that the American people want him to have a conversation with Vladimir Putin to keep the world from going up in nuclear war. This shall fall on deaf ears. This shall fall on deaf ears. But they're going to try it. Oh, you better believe they're going to try it. But I tell you, this is going to fall on deaf ears. But the more important story that's on the Hill right now is this one. Yeah. This is the most important story. Democrats start to hit the panic button. Democrats' nerves, hold on, I don't want to listen to it. Democrats' nerves are at an all-time high. 2 months ago, even a month ago, they were feeling bullish about Vice President Harris's prospect of defeating former President Donald Trump. But now, with less than a month to go into Election Day, they're increasingly worried about the number of issues plaguing the Democratic nominee's campaign. On Tuesday, there was grumbling from Democrats about the Vice President's interview on CBS 60 Minutes. Is this the grumbling? Let's take a listen to the grumbling. Let's hear some grumbling.
In the midst of a media blitz, she did 60 Minutes on Sunday. Today she's got interviews with The View.
Let's stop and say this. Why they're treating her going on the media like it's a huge thing? To me, it is lowering expectations. The trick should have been in the media this entire time. She should have been doing interviews this entire time. And so now they're like, Kamala's on a media blitz. Oh, really? And that's supposed to impress me and you? Now, mind you, The Hill is not a place that anybody watches. The Hill is not really a website that the average person goes to. I think the average Democratic person goes to, like, maybe Drudge Report at this point in time, since they threatened Matt Drudge and he sold it. And he said, I'm out of here because these people are crazy and they're going to try and kill us all. And Matt says, I'm done. But nonetheless, let's establish the fact that the average individual does not read The Hill. The only people that read The Hill are political operatives. So we watch them talk to each other and let's see what they're saying amongst each other.
Colbert Report, Howard Stern. She's done podcasts. She was on the Call Her Daddy podcast. Shout out Daddy Gang. And she's also has...
Why in the hell you would go on the Call Her Daddy podcast? You're running for president. I'm not sure. Maybe Joe Rogan would have been better, but we know she wouldn't have did well on Joe Rogan.
The Univision town hall scheduled for Thursday. People were clamoring. She's got to do more interviews. She's got to be off script more. What are the reviews that are coming in so far on these interviews?
Yeah, certainly. I think from sort of the...
Whoa, what the hell is wrong with you, boy? What are you? What is that thing right there? That looks like a werewolf in disguise.
DC bubble.
He looks like a werewolf. He looks like at night in the dark when the moon rises, he starts to howl and go, howl, ow, ow, ow.
I think there's this sort of frustration maybe that she's not doing more traditional media. She's not answering, quote unquote,
Well, who tied your tie?
tough questions about her agenda, her policy
That's because he's a werewolf. He don't put on clothes too often.
proposals, what she might do in office if she's elected. But from the Harris campaign's perspective, this is exactly what they want to be doing. They want to be doing sort of non-traditional media. The Call Her Daddy podcast that you mentioned, that really reaches a lot of young women, millions of listeners. The late night with Stephen Colbert reaches a lot of viewers. The View, Howard Stern. She was on the All the Smoke podcast, which is with a couple of former NBA players. These are sort of non-traditional routes that she's going to essentially meet voters where they are, and that's what the Harris campaign feels like is valuable, is who are they reaching? Is it the voters that they need to turn out, and not is it satisfying sort of the DC critics?
So they're saying, don't worry about satisfying the DC critics. But I need you to understand something. Let me put the werewolf back on the screen. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, I can see him ripping them clothes off, his neck just like cracking, and then the claws growing out. Then he just start running on all fours like this. Yeah, he looks like a damn werewolf. Yes, sir, he looks like a wolf. Let me stop playing, because I'm crazy sometimes. It's okay. Maybe you crazy too. Let it out. There's times when this is a time when you let all the crazy out. Because if you hold all that crazy bottled in right now, you're going to lose your mind. Now, let me digress and get back to my thought process that I was in the process of evaluating the word salad that I'm spitting at you right now, because I feel overwhelmed and underburdened by the fact that he looks like a werewolf. But let me say this unto you. The simple fact that he's saying don't worry about satisfying DC critics again makes the point that Kamala Harris and her campaign are not listening to the established DC people. There's DC established consultants like Jim Carville, which I showed you guys yesterday, because this video is probably going to come out tomorrow morning. She ain't listening. She ain't listening. She ain't listening. Boy, there's some dissension in the ranks. There's dissension in the ranks. And it makes sense that there's dissension in the ranks, because Joe Biden then came out and stabbed in the back like 19,000 times. Hillary Clinton then came out and reinforced to her deep state organization that, hey, I'm Hillary and I'm here and we're going to take these guys out. The Department of Defense is clearly running around slamming hurricanes into people willy-nilly. FEMA is on its own, saying we're going to do what the hell we want to do, which we ain't giving no Americans no money. That hurts our campaign as well. It's confusion and chaos. There is war amongst this party. And I want to thank you, Jesus, for sowing dissension among the enemies of your children. Yep. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. We appreciate you. Now, everybody can't see it, but I see it. You see it. If you really look at it, does it make any damn sense? I mean, really think about it. You in the middle of a damn election. Does it make any damn sense to have the optics of people in the mountains stranded and not getting the resources? If you wanted to win the election, we give them the resources. It don't make no damn sense. No, it don't make no sense. But see, when there's confusion sowed amongst the camp, when it's a 15-head hydra, all the heads are trying to go in different directions, but it's one body and only two wings, and this head going this way, and this head going this way, and this head going down, that head going up, it's a damn problem because they're not in unison. We saw the same damn problem during the Democratic National Convention. We had the children of Dagon marching in the streets, marching against the Democratic Convention. The children of Dagon that came out and said, we not voting for you because y'all don't want to destroy Israel. And so they not voting for Kamala because she don't want to destroy Israel. They figured they could put some pressure on it. Yes. I want you to be encouraged, man. I want you to be encouraged. People don't really look at the news and they don't break it down to you. I want you to be encouraged. When you go to bed, before you go to bed tonight, You say your prayers, just say, thank you, Jesus, for sowing dissension amongst the enemies of your children. Because you see it. Look at werewolf. Ow!